The hottest party of the summer is finally over, but was it a shindig for the ages or a bogus blowout? I'm Ashley with WatchMojo, and these are the top 10 best and worst of WWE SummerSlam 2019. For this list, we'll be taking a look at the 5 best and 5 worst moments, matches, and monsters from WWE SummerSlam 2019. Ready? List. Number 5, worst, a lack of game changers. SummerSlam has always been touted as WWE's blockbuster event, and there have been countless classic moments throughout its history. But for tonight, not much will stand the test of time. With matches like Bayley vs Ember Moon on the card, there was little to get excited for, despite the match actually being pretty decent. There was also little in the way of title changes, which kind of made the whole thing feel like a bit of a throwaway. Obviously though, there were some cracking moments, which we'll get to later on this list. Number 5 best, The Queen vs the Queen of Queens. Out of all the women's matches, the one that stood out the most to us, Trish Stratus vs Charlotte Flair. Yes, the match felt overly contrived with clearly rehearsed spots throughout. But these kinds of generation versus generation matches are always a treat to watch for their clash of styles. While it would have been nice to see Trish get a win in her hometown and lead up to a rematch where Flair takes back her throne, we have to appreciate this one for what it is. A legend putting over a younger talent, and Charlotte's once again proven why she's one of the top women in wrestling today. Number 4 worst, the KickOff title match. Yeah, we weren't really expecting anything here, but come on. This may be low-hanging fruit, but the match was sloppy as can be. It was basically 6 minutes of Graves fixated on Bliss's Buzz Lightyear costume and the world's worst spinning wheel kick. But hey, it was free. The main reason why this has made our list today is simply because there were 2 wrestlers who were far more deserving of this spot on the card, the Kabuki Warriors. Kairi and Asuka have been completely wasted in their run thus far and didn't appear all night, but they weren't the only ones who were MIA. More on that after this. Number 4 best, the US Championship match. Unsurprisingly, Styles and Ricochet put on a great match. Who'd have thunk it? It may be a little tiring watching Ricochet go through his entire moveset every single match, but the injured leg angle added a lot to the drama between the two, and seeing him work around it to pull off some of his best high-flying spots ensured that this match stood out from the rest of his catalogue. Highlights, of course, being the cheeky antics of the Good Brothers constantly getting quashed by Rico, and the absolutely stunning finish where Styles was able to grab Ricochet mid-flip and plant him with an emphatic Styles clash. But damn, if that Nightwing costume Ricochet was wearing was just awful. Like, almost made this list awful. Number 3 worst, missing superstars. With all the interesting new angles being built up in the WWE over recent weeks, you'd expect something to come of them on this pay-per-view. But nope. The drama and tension built between Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan did not progress on this night. Instead we got a video package. This is one of the hottest storylines going on right now, so what gives? Also MIA for the night was Drew McIntyre, Nakamura, Ali, Andrade, Aleister Black, Braun, Bobby, and plenty more. Yet somehow Shane had a match. Figure that one out. Number 3 best, The Fiend arrives. It's been building and building for weeks, but man did it ever deliver. As The Fiend made his way to the ring, the crowd absolutely lost it. The whole thing was terrifying, a level of fear that has not been felt since Kane was in his prime. Yeah, it sucks to see Finn treated that poorly, but given how he's taken a little time off to refresh, this was a pretty good way of writing him off in the meantime. The only thing we'd say was bad about this was the goofy, cartoonish neck snap by Bray. I mean, is killing people in the ring legal now or something? But hey, ignoring that, this is one match that really got us hyped for the next episode of Raw. Let's see where it goes. Number 2, worst, unremarkable match quality. We spoke on the weakness of the card earlier in this video, but even if that looked a little soggy, Surely the actual performances were good, right? Well, considering it's the second biggest pay-per-view of the year, you kind of walk into SummerSlam expecting a bit more. Coinciding with New Japan Pro Wrestling's G1 Climax tournament, which has been indescribably awesome this year in terms of match quality, you'd expect WWE to take this opportunity to put together some hard-hitting contests that could put themselves back on the same level as the King of Sports. This really wasn't the case, with most of the matches following typical WWE suit. However, there was one match we'll get to by the end of this list. Number 2, Best. Dolph gets Berg'd. Everyone knew how this one would end. Spear, jackhammer, 1, 2, 3. And hey, we would have been content with that. But in true Goldberg style, this thing was hilarious and badass in equal spades. In a scene reminiscent of Monty Python, old Ziggly Wiggly kept begging for more punishment, insisting the fight was not over, despite him being in tatters. Basically, whenever based Berg is around, you get hype. And I must say, special mention to Riddle's Goldberg story being absolutely hilarious in the watch-along. The King of Bros really knows how to work the boomers. Number 1, Worst. The world's quickest countout. Kofi Mania has been alright. After a monumental win at WrestleMania, the New Day's lead man cemented himself as a hero to the fans. But ever since, he hasn't really had that big title defense that has made his reign worthwhile. That could have changed easily when he took on Randy Orton, the man who once blocked his path to success in the WWE. Turns out the match was pretty damn boring, easily the worst on the card, but that's not why it makes this list. No, we're looking towards that god-awful ending which had fans scratching their heads and then immediately booing their lungs out. The match allegedly ended in countout after Randy got carried away taunting Kofi's family. This sucked the air out of the arena in no time. Even Kofi's beatdown on Orton made the crowd go mild. Can we please stop having countouts and DQs at pay-per-views? No one wants to see that. Not quite at the end yet, almost there though. Just be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. Alright, back to business. Number 1, Best. Slaying the Beast again. It's safe to say that very few of us expected this one. After Seth Rollins' recent Twitter outburst, fans were quickly turning sour on the dude. So it's no surprise that with that, and his awkward booking lately, the hot Toronto crowd were booing the ever-loving hell out of him. But things quickly changed because this match was phenomenal. A combination of building sympathy for Rollins getting absolutely laid out and getting hype whenever he made a comeback really turned the crowd around, as those loud booming boos soon turned to cheers. This is what happens when you build up your superstars, people start giving a damn, and we get standout moments like this match. With a clean win over the Beast and becoming the Universal Champion once again, Seth Rollins has truly redeemed himself. So yeah, pretty decent show. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.